Hello, friends. How are you? How's things? How's life? How's your world? How's stuff? How's seriously? How are you? You saw the title of the video. I had a person reach out through the comment section recently and ask me if I could tell them or give them strategies, I think, or something to that effect. Basically, like how do you deal with depression? And I invited them to reach out to me in private through DMs or whatever because I don't think I can give a meaningful answer here. Not that I was trying to dodge the question or avoid talking about it in public, but just because there is no meaningful answer to that. And I think that the reason is, for one, for those of you who aren't aware, I have dealt with mental health my whole life. My father has. My father was hospitalized when I was a kid, and then that led me down a path. And I've been on this, like, just kind of working on myself path for 30 years or something. Yeah, almost exactly 30 years. And the answer of how do you deal with depression is you don't, for me. And the reason that I can't give a meaningful answer is because I don't think that mental health, like whatever we call mental health, depression, anxiety, psychopathy, or like all of those things are just self-reported things that are unique to the person. I don't think I don't think my form of depression is the same as your form of, like, it's all unique. And there isn't universal ways to combat it. I say that, but there are. Okay? Because everybody agrees. Exercise, meditation, diet, all play huge benefits from those things. So, start there. You'll often find that people who are depressed, or let me revert it. People who are physically deficit, obese people, crippled people, people with abnormalities will often report depression, anxiety, and they kind of go hand. They kind of the question is, does one feed the other? I don't know, but I can tell you that being more active is possible for anybody. I mean, again, unless you're like a full body paralyzed, but exercise doesn't mean jogging and weightlifting and intense training. Exercise could literally be just like standing up and sitting down a few times. Like if that's more than your average day of activity, do it. And then tomorrow try to do it one more time, and then the day after that, whatever. Like just any amount of activity that's greater than your current level of activity is exercise for your situation. And those indisputable evidence that exercise, or exertion, I should say, is beneficial to all sorts of mental issues. Why? We don't know. That's the thing. Like, there's no test for depression. The test for depression is you sitting down and filling out a questionnaire and determining if these things are bothering you. And if they are, then maybe you have what we would call, major depressive disorder or seasonal depressive disorder, any of these sorts of things. There's no test. There's no, like, we can't plug you into a machine and go, oh, you have depression, because we don't know. We don't know what causes it. Is it your brain? Is it your physiology? Is it your gut biome? Is it your environment, environmental factors? We don't know. So the answer is you work on it. The answer is you recognize it. I can tell you what it means for me. If I feel like I'm going through a period of depression or anxiety or whatever, I just try to accept it. Acceptance is part one, is saying, okay, well, this is obviously not a great mental time for me. Worrying about it is not going to help. Obsessing over it is not going to help. There's a problem right there, is that overthinking it is not going to help. Recognizing that it's happening, going, okay, I'm going through a period where I don't feel like I want to socialize. I don't feel like I feel lethargic. I feel like I don't want to I have no interest in hobbies right now. I have no interest in my friends right now. What do I do? Well, you just recognized it. That's part one. Just saying, okay, something isn't right. What could it be? And then you just try to do small things. Maybe it is call a friend. Just call them up. Hey, what's going on? I haven't talked in a while. I haven't reached out. I'm sorry about that, or whatever. Maybe it's getting up and taking a walk. Maybe it's eating a healthy dinner and seeing if the food that you've been eating is a part of it. It's just trying things. And then recognizing that any number of social or environmental factors could be causing you to feel the way you feel right now. And when you feel this way again in the future, it might not be the same thing. You know, I might have a period where I've eaten really crappy food for 2 weeks and now I feel, quote, depressed. And then I eat good food and suddenly I feel better. Well, okay, the next time I'm feeling, quote, depressed, it could be because I'm going through some serious, familial troubles. Well, eating better is not going to fix that. It's not the same thing. Though the symptoms, the self-reported symptoms of depression might be the same. It might be these feel the same to me, but eating is not going to fix my family problems. Like it's just not the same thing. So the reason that I told this person to reach out in private is because it is a private thing. I think it's something that you have to work on your own. There is no fix. We have 1,000 drugs we could prescribe you, and maybe one of them will work. The only way we know if they work is if you tell us they work, because there is no, again, we can't hook you up to a machine before and after and say, oh, look, you're obviously better. All we can do is count on you to say, this pill made me feel better. This pill made me feel worse. This pill didn't do anything for me. And then we do that thousands of, maybe millions, hundreds of thousands of times, and we go, all right, these pills seem to have some sort of measurable effect. Keep in mind, that measurable effect might be 1% above placebo, meaning that it's statistically significant. Placebo helped 50% of the people. This other pill helped 51% of the people. This is now marketed as an antidepressant, and you're going to take it. Does that mean it's going to do anything for you? Maybe not. It just means that 51% of the people self-reported that it did something for them. That's literally how our neuroscience works right now. We don't know. We have no clue. We know pathways that can affect your mood, and we are designing drugs to try to impact those pathways. How those pathways affect your mood? Who knows? So, it's a very personal thing. And to say it again, I've said it in many videos in the past. If anybody ever wants to talk about this stuff, just reach out. Like, I'm available. I will talk to you. And I have done that for a lot of people. And for some reason, I would say the vast majority, like 95% of the people that reach out to me are people from India. And I don't know what it is culturally there. There's just some sort of cultural not willing to talk about it-ness. But they feel comfortable reaching out to me, and I'm more than happy to help them through whatever it is they might be going through. I find that remarkable because in America, at least in my experience with mental health doctors, lots of them are Indian, like a whole ton of them. And it's curious. It's curious that maybe there's some cultural barrier that, whatever. So, the problem with mental health is it's an extremely personal thing. And thinking about it is not helping. Figuring out a way to let it go and just accept that it's happening and move on with your life is the best way to combat it. And that is nearly impossible. I say that knowing that it is nearly impossible to do. But it's worth trying. It's worth trying to let it go. How you do that could be any number of things that let you let it go. For me, one of the early things that really helped me was kayaking. Whitewater kayaking. When you're in a tiny boat going down a swift-moving body of water where there are obstacles and traps that could kill you, you don't have time to think about how you feel. You just got to get through that moment. And I found so much clarity in those moments. It was a little bit. I mean, it was life-changing, honestly. So, I'm not saying go do something crazy, but what I'm saying is find something that lets you not think about it. It could be reading, it could be walking, it could be meditating, it could be calling a friend, it could be doing anything than just sitting and thinking about it. will help you not think about it. And not thinking about it is, for me, one of the pathways to beating a session. There you go. My 2 cents. What do you think? You got thoughts, comments, questions? Put them down below. Again, if you want to talk about this stuff in private, reach out to me. All of my socials and emails and stuff are in the links to all my videos. So just, you can reach out. I'll respond. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking. Please subscribe if you're new. I appreciate you very much, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's 1,000 plus little things happy, successful people do differently. 20 morning mantras to start the day loving people. Number 2, if you have the power to make someone happier today, do it. The world needs more of that. I think that's one of my goals every day. I happen to live with somebody who accepts my generosity as happiness. Try to make somebody else happy every day. Making yourself happy is important as well, but try to make somebody else happy, because for me, it makes me feel really good when I do that.